Howdy folks and friends, welcome back to another video. If you're anything like me in this economy, you probably rent. An apartment, a townhome, maybe even a whole house if you're lucky enough. Recently, I've been dreaming a little extra about having a home to call my own someday. Maybe it's because of the fact that I found water coming up from my floorboards a couple weeks ago. Perhaps it's because I'd like to be able to paint my walls without consequence. Or perchance it's because I'd like to never have to box up my entire life again. But who's to say for sure? Regardless, today I thought we could explore some real estate listings from my home state of Minnesota. But not just any listings. No. Today, we are going to be looking at some of the oddest, most wild listings I could find. That's right, folks. Today, we're doing Zillow Gone Wild, Minnesota edition. So cozy up, grab your trusty Walmart water and a handful of giant sunflower seeds, my personal favorite, and join me as we search for my future humble abode. We're gonna start off our video today by looking at Reddit, because isn't that how all good videos start? Here's our first listing. Our first listing is located in Duluth, Minnesota. I used to go to college there. It has 5-bed, 3-bath. It's 2,800 square feet and is currently listed for $371,999. It actually looks like it sold recently, but the pictures are still up, so we're gonna run with that. Okay, so right away, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. What's it called? Paper mache. These humps up here look kind of like a butt, and then this chimney looks almost like the thing that comes out the other side on a man. I do like this little like downside here. I wonder if there's like a door hiding down here. Oh, okay. So this actually goes into a garage. I don't hate that. It's a nice way to hide it at the very least. And this little walk up is quite nice. You could put like a little bird feeder out here. The doors match the rest of the building very well, I must say. Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about the purple carpet, to be completely honest with you. Also, this looks like a wasp nest or a beehive as your chandelier. Really, honestly, the whole house looks like a wasp nest or a beehive. Some of this looks AI. The carpet and the table and the couches, these white ones, those are fake. Those are AI just put in here. However, I will say that this like black bench with the weird bottom, that's gotta be real, because the white bottoms, like the supports, match the rest of the chaos that we're looking at. Why does it have a uvula? And what's with the weird chairs? Like, none of this matches. What is the aesthetic of this place supposed to be, honestly? What are we going for? Okay. Is this stairs? Is this like a spiral staircase that leads down? I hope we get to go down the spiral staircase if there is one. So this is like, we're in the fireplace right now almost. And okay, interesting. Is this the kitchen hidden back here? Oh my God, is this like a pantry? Again, with the weird like modern furniture kind of being tied in with this old like outdated stuff in the back. It's kind of confusing to me, honestly. What is the aesthetic of this house? Like, who designed this? I'd be really curious to read the description, which I haven't done. This kitchen really needs some tender love and care. What are these floors? These look like the floors that are like poured on the ground of some guy's like garage workshop, like where they do like car wraps and shit. That's what those floors look like to me. Sorry, is that an antler chandelier that I'm looking at? Oh. Okay, I don't love that it's black, all black, except for the weird blue. That's just not a color combo I think goes together. Black and like a robin's egg blue or a sky blue. Ugh. Maybe it's not AI, but I definitely hate when I'm looking at listings and they like try to fit the room with fake furniture. Like it's so obvious. It's gross. Just show me the empty room. Let me imagine it. I know what a room looks like. I like these little built-in drawers it has throughout. Like very clearly there is a lot of like storage built into this weird building. Still don't know how I feel about the flooring though. It looks better in here. I think coming off of the purple carpet, it just did not flow, but in here alone, it's not bad. Why the red sink? Again, I like the storage though, and that little view out to the woods is cute. This makes me feel like I'm in an asylum though. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like these mirrors are not sitting where they once sat. Like they look like they're falling into the wall. Is there a there's like a void behind these things. What's hiding in the walls? Are there Grimblies hiding in the walls? This wall looks like if you rub up against it, it's gonna scratch up your arm like if you fell on the blacktop as a kid. This is not the house that you could raise kids in, because the minute they hit this wall, they're gonna have a concussion and their whole head's gonna get scraped up and it's gonna look horrendous. Again, with the like garage flooring, why do we have vertical wood when the stucco is this like an extra wall we added? This door does not match the white everything else that we've seen for the built-in cabinets and the built-in closets. So I'm a little curious why we have this dark wood. It missed the landlord special. Oh, so this is downstairs. Okay, so there is a spiral staircase. Spiral staircase for the win. Love me a spiral staircase. This looks like a cellar door behind the bar, so I'm hoping that that's where I go to tap kegs and, you know, hide my vegetables for the winter, but it also looks like it could lead to a dungeon basement. I'm really hoping we get wine cellar or beer room and not here's where you're going to throw your kid when they misbehave. Here it is with fake furniture put in here. I do like these support beams that kind of all cross in the middle. That does look kind of cool. It makes like a little pattern. See, if I lived here, I would paint all this to have some whimsy. I would do each section like a cool pattern or a cool color, like make it a rainbow. Think of it like a Trivial Pursuit ceiling. This would be the game room. Dude, I bet these walls would love a fresh coat of paint, let me tell you. But I don't know, based on that texture that we saw on the wall earlier, maybe paint wouldn't stick to it very well. I don't think I could have floor time, my designated daily floor time, in any of these rooms. I don't think I'd want to lay on the purple carpet, to be honest. I don't think I'd want to do that. Oh, I feel like this is supposed to give like the pop of color gold ambiance, but really it just looks yellow and stained and like it hasn't been properly maintained in decades. And I don't much appreciate that. Again, is this the bath? Whoa, hold on. Whoa. So we've got a sink in here with a shower, and then it also looks like we have another sink over here and the shower's in there. Or is there a hallway here that I'm missing? What's going on? I don't understand what I'm looking at. Oh, I have 2 rooms with carpet and it's not purple, it's blue. This blue isn't bad. I could work with the blue carpet. Not the end of the world. I do like the curved walls a little bit, but I also feel like it really limits to what you can put in the room. This is not a bedroom. This is an office space to me because you can't fit a whole bed in here comfortably. What is this wall I'm looking at? Is this like a cork wall with like a locker room mirror? What are we doing? Yeah, this is an odd one for sure. I don't quite know how I feel about it. Like, I like it in theory, but I feel like if I went in there, I would get an unsettling feeling. Also, look at the other houses in the background. This does not fit the neighborhood aesthetic. This is a custom build if I've ever seen one. Our next house is just a couple million, according to this Reddit posting. No previous tenants because the owner died before its completion. The most expensive house in Minnesota is on the market, and it can be all yours for a paltry $50 million. I could never afford this in my wildest dreams, but you know what we are gonna do? We're gonna judge rich people taste because rich people have no taste. It's 8 beds, 18 bathrooms, 28,990 square feet, and it's in Wayzata, Minnesota. Chalker. This doesn't look like a house. This looks like a country club. Are these security houses or guest houses? Are these like innkeeper houses? Is one of them for the gardener? Is one of them just for fun? I have a lot of questions. Like, clearly you're not just getting a house. You're clearly getting a whole, like, compound. I do like that they have a bridge, a little stone arch bridge with the creek or the river. That is cute. As one can expect, it's boring and white. It's such a nice view out back, but I just feel like I'm in a museum, or like, this feels like a hotel lobby at like a really nice Disney resort, like one of the nice modern Disney resorts. I don't like that these vases are off center. I feel like if you're going to try to sell me a $50 million home, the vases should be centered. Some casual pomegranates on the counter to show that we're not vampires living in a house. I don't love the 2 islands. I thought I could get behind it, but no, it's weird. I already have an island. Why not just make it one mega one or attach them? Like, why do I have to do this? I don't like it. Okay, they got a little outside area. Of course, there's a pool. Oh, so these can open up. Okay, that's good for entertaining if you're hosting big events. I assume if you have a $50 million home, you're hosting events frequently. And you can bet your sweet ass I'm coming over because you have a $50 million home. You got room to spare. I'm coming over. I'm going to be the Todd Deere, BoJack Horseman, minor all the drug problems and washed up actor nonsense. I'm going to paint all your walls too. Okay, this isn't horrible. Actually, no, I lied. Why do the chandelier pieces look like sperm? They look like sperm. And I think we need to address that. Because if I'm paying $50 million for my big old mansion, my dining room chandelier will not look like cummies. I refuse. It won't look like cum. At least it's gold. My golden little swimmers. The cool ceiling though, like the embossed ceiling, that I can get behind. I love me an embossed ceiling. Okay, so they have a wine room right off the dining space for me to fill with my 2 bottles of cheap wine. Oh yeah, that's right. If you're rich, you have a wine collection that you don't drink from. Oh, they have the fancy alcohol too. Okay, if I'm paying $50 million, are you giving me the alcohol with the house, or is this all just bottles and fake shit? Because again, $50 million, why don't you stock the kitchen for me at that point too? Like, go buy me groceries for move-in day. I'm gonna be hungry as shit. This office, I will say, kind of a banger. I think I like it mostly because it's those dark colors. They got that embossed, really like rich, woody, almost kind of marbly tone. I love that. And the built-ins. I love a built-in in an office, and I love a big desk with an executive chair. This looks good. However, where would my whole gaming setup go? Where would my 2 monitors go? It's going to look silly if they're floating here. Cable management. This desk is not made for cable management. Where's all my shit going to go? Hate this. Also hate this. This is nauseating. Why do we need 2 showers? Dude, if I'm showering at the same time as my fiance, we're showering together. Sorry. We don't need 2 showers. Why is that necessary? Nice massive walk-in closet. Don't know what I'd put in there. My 5 hoodies that I wear on a constant loop. I gotta say, you're also paying to be right on Lake Minnetonka here. Like, the views are immaculate and the lake access. I don't hate that tile in the center, but I wish the whole bathroom would have just been that tile and not this gray Sims 4 ass nonsense I'm looking at. The bathtub's fun though. I wish it was a little bit more like a clawfoot though, personally. Ew. Why? Why do I have DNA molecules as my lights? Also, what's with the weird like panels of grass on the wall? Do you have to mow that every few weeks? Does that just stay like that? I have questions. Okay, here's an upstairs room. I do like the like, what is it? Gabled ceiling? I wish I knew what it was called. I'm going to call it a gabled ceiling. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm sure someone will. Don't love that the TV is not aligned with the bed. And I know with the whole like window thing you can't, but just like put the TV on a stand on the ledge. Also, maybe move the bed. I don't know what to tell you, man. Another purgatory ass bathroom. Boring. This I have questions. This reminds me of those weird, like, we have to fit our 13 kids in, and they like, it's like an animated, like, the beams fly in. I'll put a video on the screen.
Design a bedroom for 12 kids? The super wife unexpectedly had 12 babies. Her generous husband decided to remodel the last remaining room in the house like this. Firstly, he built a circular structure using several square tubes and welded some shorter ones in the middle to arrange 12 beds. He bought expansion screws with his pocket money to secure the beds firmly. He also got some eco-friendly solid wood panels to cover the beds with a special breathable structure that's comfy and doesn't trap heat. He brought home 12 mattresses from his aunt's place for the beds. Then, he constructed a low brick cabinet with a flip panel on top for extra storage space.
Why would you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? 12 beds. Is this suddenly a summer camp? Do you have to house this many kids at once? Again, this feels more like a compound than a home. I feel like I'm joining a really ritzy cult. Boring. Less boring. This is pretty cool. Okay. Again, $50 million, I better be getting some top of the line in-home entertainment. So I've got a billiards table that better fucking come with the house because it's right there. Why would you take that from me? Get this nice bar. Let's see if we can get more views of the bar. Nope, just a living space. Why is the ceiling light a sea urchin? It's a nice bar. It's two-sided. Also looks like I have a whole arcade back here. All right, I'm hiring an in-home bartender because this is just a bar restaurant now in my basement. I have to imagine this is on the lower floor. Holy shit, they have a bowling alley in the house. Dude, $50 million, this is a compound. I never have to leave. If I worked from home, I'd never have to fucking leave my house. If I have $50 million, I am paying people to go grocery shopping for me. And I know what my fiance would say. Lily, you love to go grocery shopping on Sunday. Yeah, but like, I got $50 million in the bank account and I got a bowling alley at home with a bar. Bro, I never need to go anywhere. They got the little Wilds thing, of course, the wild hockey thing. Love it. We gotta love some Minnesota sports team rep. Of course, you have to have the golf. This is where my future father-in-law would be the rest of his life. He would just live in here and he could go get his vodka soda at the bar from the bartender. They'd be best friends, I imagine. Okay, this would be the D&D dungeon. This would be the D&D dungeon if I owned this $50 million home. This is where I'd bring all the friends for D&D, and we would just hole up in the little cave, and I'd have my bartender come and bring us drinks, and he'd bring us snacks. I will say I have to flex a little bit. I do have a gaming table like this. It's not the perfect gaming table, but it is really nice. The top of it is just a regular dining table, but you can take the top and flip it, and it becomes a whole poker table with like inlays and everything, and it's really, really nice. So if this were my home, because I'm suddenly going to get $50 million from this YouTube video, that's where this table would go, and it would be beautiful. Is this like an in-home spa? Oh, kind of. Here, got a workout room. Okay. What is this? Does this floor have sand? Is this a sauna? This is definitely a sauna room because it's right off the workout space. Dude, I could sit in the sauna in the winter after I go in the hot tub because that's the rich people way to do it in Minnesota. You sit in the hot tub, you go take a dip in the snow, you get all cold, and then you run inside and sit in the sauna. Oh no, so this is the sauna. Steam room? What is this supposed to be? Is this just a hot room? I have so many questions. I'm too poor for this. Again, with the weird chandeliers. I do like this landscaping. I do fear though that with a lawn like this, I would probably be driving golf balls into the lake and then sending out someone that I pay to go snorkel and get them for me because we're not polluting the lake, but we are going to shoot golf balls into the lake. Oh, dude. Bro, give me a bong, give me a beer, and give me my iPad and don't talk to me. I'm out by the lake. Oh my God, that's my dream, actually, though. And they got a TV in there. Bro, I would put the Xbox in there, never talk to you again. Bye, this is mine. That is a cool light. I do love when outdoor stairs have the underlighting. I do like that. That is very nice. Again, the natural light of this place must be phenomenal. I have to say I'm a little jealous of that. You know, I could never afford this in a billion years. I could live 1,000 lifetimes. I could be Carlisle Cullen for all I know, and I would never be able to afford this place. Minnesota Nice, 1960s to 70s time capsule with mirrored wallpaper and bizarre bathroom mosaic. Honestly, the room with the tiny chandelier and scalloped wallpaper is a dream. I also love the bamboo wallpaper with the sculpted moss carpet. Okay. All right, this house has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,326 square feet, and is listed for $280,000, located in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. All right, so pretty unassuming on the exterior, not too bad, not too shabby, pretty standard. It's a regular person house. This ain't no $50 million mansion. A little basketball hoop outside. That's kind of nice. Decent curb appeal. This is like a home that I could reasonably afford someday, potentially. I like the 3-season, this is a 3-season porch. I like the 3-season porch. I could fuck with the 3-season porch. I love brick too. Okay, interesting. The carpet could use some love. It's got a lot of indents. Clearly this was lived in for a very long time by one family. I'm curious to see what's going on over here on this right wall that we can't see, but this wallpaper's interesting. This is just rock. Okay, I would change the yellow. Or is this the scalloped wallpaper they were talking about? It's cool. I imagine it has a really cool texture when you touch it. I feel like I would have heyday just stimming. Ooh, wait, this is 3-season porch. I actually love this. Hold on. But I like this. This is like a den. This is a den. And I would sit out here. Ooh, that chandelier is nice. It's kind of a fun metalworked chandelier. It looks like it's supposed to be like candles, but it's not. I like this. This is that eclectic, quirky stuff that I absolutely fuck so hard with. This is so cute. Okay, not loving the kitchen, but this little display thing is cool. I would take the sliding glass out and I would put like board games and like kids safe stuff there so that like if I ever have kids, they could go and like play at the table while I'm making food. Obviously I would want to update the kitchen if I lived here, but I don't hate this. I would keep the stone fireplace, but I would definitely change the yellow. A lot of upgrades, but like simple upgrades. The hardware for the cabinets remind me of the old hardware we had on the cabinets in my home growing up. Ooh, okay. This room needs some tender loving care. Would change the carpet and would definitely change the walls. It looks like they started to paint it at some point. I would paint it all the same color. And then you know what? If I wanted to, if this were like an office, like my office for videos and shenanigans, I would make it like a really cool design. Like I would sit and like hand paint little things and like stencil in cool, like quirky designs. And it would be like Rapunzel's tower, you know how she has all the different things that she's made over the year. I would just leave it to be my canvas for years. And then I'd get rid of this floral ass vertical wallpaper that I don't like. Again, get rid of the wallpaper, get rid of the carpet, but like this isn't horrible. I would keep this wallpaper. I'd replace the carpet, but I would keep this wallpaper because it's kind of cute. It feels like a grandma chandelier and I love it. This bathroom could use a lot of tender love and care, but it's not bad. I mean, if it's what you can afford, it's definitely not like a haunted ass bathroom or anything. The door definitely feels like everyone could hear you pissing and shitting though. So this is the basement. Not bad. I kind of like the tiling, but again, I like when I'm in like a basement area, that's like my hangout space. I want it to be cozy, and carpet is what brings me the cozy. I could put rugs down here, but I wouldn't want to. But these brick half walls, I am going to say I love the old. I see something over here that's giving me pause, but we're going to address this first. I do like the old school like pool billiards table that definitely looks like it belongs at a dive bar. If they let me keep it with the really cool pool overhang lamp, I would play that. I know my fiance would. He likes those games. He's really good at them too. Okay, this is the room I have questions about. This must be that like mossy carpet. I felt mossy carpet like this before. I have to imagine it's fantastic for floor time if it's been properly cleaned, but I can't get behind this overly repetitive wallpaper. It would have to come down, but I'd be willing to do another like eclectic pattern wallpaper in here. Like I could see some whimsy in here. Okay, this is that bathroom mosaic they're talking about. What is this depicting? Do we have multiple arms, it looks like? Is this just someone's personal art project? Is this representing of a deity in a religion I'm not aware of? I have to imagine this is someone's personal project because I don't know why you would put like a deity in a bathroom next to the toilet. A lot of questions. Don't know if I love it. Don't think I hate it. Definitely gives me pause though. If you guys can figure out what the fuck that mosaic was supposed to be depicting, please tell me in the comments because I'm at a loss for words on that one. If you want to see another Zillow Gone Wild from me, Minnesota edition or other editions, I could do like cabins. I could do like just mansions I could never afford. I do love to roast rich people's taste. I love to make fun of billionaires and millionaires because I'll never be on your level. And I personally love to make fun of people who have horrible taste. Hope you enjoyed. This is kind of a filler video in between me making my big book review. I've been working on it some more. I'm about halfway done reading and taking notes. Make sure you stab the like button, stab the subscribe button so that I can afford that $50 million home and have a nice little escape from reality. Have a good day, be safe, make better choices than some of these house designers, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.